Hello and welcome to a cool and breezy morning here in beautiful Nova Scotia. I think it's gonna rain later on, but I'm taking the chance this morning. It's about sort of 7 o'clock in the morning, mid-June, and I'm taking advantage of a bit of calm weather because we've had a bit of an up and down weather week at the moment, but I'm taking advantage to move one of my projects on that I'm supposed to have been getting on with, quite a few projects this year, not been doing too well, but I thought this is a relatively quick and easy one really, creating a new flower bed behind me, voila, and I'm not going to be digging up the, there's lots of grass and weeds and stuff. I'm not going to spend all the time doing that. Nice and easy, bit of no dig creation here. I'm just going to lay a nice layer of cardboard down and then put some compost on top of that. Cardboard will hopefully kill off all the sort of weeds underneath by blocking out the light, etc. And then, black flies are on their way. I've got my mask for in a minute, but rather talk to you face to face. Anyway, compost on top, and then I can grow into that. The bed below us, down there, as you can see, created that really the same way, layer of cardboard, then the sort of rocks around the side, and look at that, this is 2 years later. That bed is doing absolutely fantastically now. So what I'm going to do is, I've got this flower bed here, as you can see, and I've got a layer of rocks here, so I'm just going to take those rocks out, move the bed across here like this, so that I'm leading into my deck, and then put another layer of rocks along here, and that's sort of creating a bit of a raised bed. And then obviously the cardboard will be down, the rocks on top, and then the earth on top of that, and then I can plant like these low growing plants. I can move these across and on the outsides. And then this bed, like I said, is a bit, in the video up on the screen there, my June tour, it's a bit lopsided with that side, so I need to sort of think about the plants I'm going to put in the middle of this bed at the moment and make it a bit more symmetrical, a bit more even between the two beds. But first things first, start putting the cardboard down and getting the rocks around the outside. So I'll get on with that. You can have a quick look at me going like this really quickly with some daft music, but there we go. Shouldn't take me a few seconds. Actually, before I start filling up this bed with earth, what I really want to do is give the cardboard a good soaking so that it's nice and pliable and it'll rot down better. So I'm going to give this a good soaking first, then I'll put the earth down. You've got that. So, 7 barrowfuls there. I've got to say that's pretty hideous actually. It's rather muggy this morning. We are the day after I started, hence I didn't have to actually water this myself. God, even black flies are getting under. They're tunnelling under. So yeah, it rained last night, so cardboard was nice and damp, but in the morning when it's been nice and damp, the black fly and the mozzies absolutely love it. So anyway, like I said, that was pretty hideous. It's like 100-yard walk with the barrow, full up barrow, you know, after digging it up to get all the way from where I stupidly put the earth to where I needed it here. But even so, that's not even remotely as hard and annoying as it would have been to actually, you know, dig all of the weeds and the grass, etc., up from here, and then still have to put, you know, a nice bit of earth in there just to sort of make it, even it out after taking everything out. So well worth the walk, and a nice bit of exercise in the morning. You can't beat that. That's what gardening is good for. Couple of things I had to think about, and maybe you need to think about if you're doing this as well. I'm not creating a raised bed. You know, the cardboard is going to rot the grass down, and obviously that is going to feed the earth, and the grass and the weeds are going to feed the earth. So, you know, once I plant and once it's rotted down, you know, there's going to be a good layer of earth underneath anyway. So I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to create a raised bed that I want to plant into. I'm going to leave this now a couple of weeks, let the earth settle down, let it rain a bit, you know, flatten it out a bit, and I can see maybe whether I need to put anything else in. And then I'm going to start taking out these plants around the side, feeding them along the outsides, etc., making these tall plants that are in a clump just here, you know, a bit more of a central line or a river, you know, something, but in the middle mostly. And then I've got some other plants, etc., that I can put in there. So that's it. A couple of hours work. I've got a brand new flower bed. Really excited to be planting in it, but like I said, I'm going to wait a few weeks. Hopefully, you know, that might have given you a bit of inspiration. You might have been worried about digging over this whole new bed that you know, was full of weeds, but you wanted to create something, you know, equally as good for veg as well as flower beds. You know, just make sure your cardboard is nice, brown cardboard with no pictures, you know, ink and stuff, etc. Get rid of all the plastic, all that malarkey. Just lay it down nice and easy, make sure everything's overlapped, and job's a good one. There we go. One flower bed for the use of. Job is definitely a good one again. See you later. Blimey, I'm going to get taken away.